And we're live. We're live. Hey, we're live. And I'm actually...
Hey,
What's up, Cam? How's it going?
good. How you doing, Tom?
Pretty good. I'm
Long
showing
time
my...
no cast.
Yeah. Well, we had a little holiday break and a whole bunch of stuff going on, but showing my ugly mug on the internet. That my New Year's resolution is to share this with the world.
Nice.
Yeah.
The world needs that.
Yeah. The jury's still out on that one. Anyway, yeah, it's good to be back. And we will give explanations for our absence and so on during the show proper, as this little preamble typically does not make it into the final product. Preamble, that's what this is, right? Sure.
I think so, yeah.
Cool. All right, in that case, I will begin my traditional countdown, and we will begin our traditional show in 3, 2, 1, and... Happy New Year and welcome to episode 240 of the Nerdstravaganza podcast, where we sometimes take unannounced prolonged holiday breaks, but that doesn't mean we don't take the show seriously. I'm Tom.
And I'm Cam.
And I'll remind our listeners that we will make this a very bad year for them indeed if they don't check us out on iTunes and give us all the stars and ratings and stuff that we desire. Not really. We have no power to do that. We wouldn't do it anyway. That's a jerky thing to do. We're nice people. And with that said, wow, it's just Cam and I, as you've noticed. So this will be some rapid fire segments.
Oh yeah.
If we had bumper music, it would be like between these two segments. But with that said, yeah, tonight we're going to be discussing the new year and our holiday break and how that went and what went on during the holidays, as well as how our killer Rogue One viewing went. I think it went well. I have a little something special to announce. It's sitting right here in my lap for our video viewers, but don't worry, audio listeners, we will give you a blow-by-blow narration of what I'm doing when the time comes. And yeah, a lot to talk about. So it's going to be a great show, but before we get to the topic, Cam, don't we normally kick things off with some kind of a roundup, a weekly? What is it? Weekly?
I think it's a geekly.
That'll work for me. And so why don't you go first, man? What have you been up to?
Sure. Man, well, it's been a couple weeks, so of course we had Christmas, we had New Year's, we had all the things in between. It's the first week of January. Happy New Year to you, Tom. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays if you're still celebrating Hanukkah, if you celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever. Happy whatever it is that you celebrate or do not celebrate if you're a Jehovah's Witness. I celebrate Christmas. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. Had a great Christmas with my family and my fiance. We exchanged a lot of gifts, made very merry. Had my annual Christmas party. For all friends and family. Couldn't have asked for a better Christmas. Couldn't have asked for a better just time, running up until New Year's. And so that was great. And then flew up to Cleveland right after Christmas. And I was there for about a week with my fiance's family. She hails from Elyria, Ohio, which is just outside of Cleveland. And we were there with her family and spent, had like a second Christmas and did New Year's over there at her place. Just really kind of hung out, watched the ball drop, which is my favorite way to celebrate the New Year's. It's crazy out on the streets. So, just stayed in, took it easy, watched all the funniness ensue with the crazy Mariah Carey thing and the crazy Donovan thing and all that stuff. So that was fun. And then got on the road and a couple days ago and hit Canada. So I'm in the Great White North right now.
Woohoo!
And hit Niagara Falls for a few days. I've never been there, so that was amazing. And then now I am in a hotel room currently in Toronto. Just got here this morning, checked into the hotel, been out and about in the city all day today, and just got back to the room. Didn't do anything really nerdy. Went to I guess it was kind of nerdy. Went to the aquarium. They have a big aquarium here. So that was cool. Checked out a lot of, wild sea life. And then they have that CN Tower. Went all the way up to the top of the CN Tower. Got a lot of great photos up there. They actually have this thing called the Edge Walk, where you're like literally outside on the edge of the like the tower.
Ooh.
Like there's nothing there. There's no guardrail, nothing. It's just like a platform, and they hook you into sort of like a zip line type thing. And I mean, you can like dangle over the side. Like you have like an instructor or whatever. But it seemed awesome. But they were not doing it today because there's like really high winds.
I see.
So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it. I would have totally done it if the wind, like, you know, if they had it operating. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. We're here for a few days.
Cool.
So did that. Just some really cool sciencey thing about that needle or the CN tower. It's like when you're at the top, they have this like little pendulum thing, and it shows you like how much the needle is actually swaying. And today was a particularly windy day, and that pendulum was like, I mean, it was like almost like you were on a cruise ship, like swaying back and forth.
Wow.
So that thing was really swaying. And,
what does CN stand for? Cartoon Network? Who owns that?
I don't even know. I should know that. I'll have to Google it.
It probably means it's not the state, so not everything's sponsored by some stupid corporate sponsor. It probably has like a significant meaning.
Well, CA is the abbreviation for Canada, right? So it wouldn't be like Canada Tower. I don't know.
Did I mishear you? Was it CA or CN? I thought I heard you say N.
No, it's CN, but I'm saying
CN,
you're right. It wouldn't be for Canada because Canada's abbreviation is CA. So.
Oh yeah, maybe Canada's abbreviation was supposed to be CN. This is a protest.
Yeah, no, it's definitely well worth it. It's a little expensive on its own, but if you buy, they have this thing called the City Pass where they bundle like 7 or 8 attractions all together, like the aquarium, the zoo, a couple of like, you know, the museum or whatever. And so they bundle all that together for like $70, and like I think everything together would be like $200. So it's totally worth it to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So how do you? I mean, the city overall, you get your recommendation for visiting?
Absolutely, 100%. You should definitely see this before you come. Yeah.
All right. Awesome, man. I'm jealous.
Yep. I think CN stands for Canadian National Railway. That's the idea of CN Tower was originated in 1968 when the Canadian National Railway wanted to build a large TV and radio communication platform, as well as demonstrate the strength of Canadian industry and CN in particular. So yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Cool.
Very cool. And then tomorrow, just to round off my weekly is starting tomorrow. I'm gonna hit the many. They have like 5 or 6 different board gaming cafes here.
Really?
The most famous of them being Snakes and Lattes.
Oh wait, yeah, wait. I've heard that. I've heard of that on social media. For some reason, I thought that was. I didn't know that was in Canada.
Yeah, I believe Snakes and Lattes was one of the first ever. I think they like set the standard. For it. So that is first on my list to go to tomorrow.
Sweet, nice.
So yeah, that's my geekly.
All right, let me know how it is. What you find any kind of a language barrier up there or anything? I mean, are the Canadians? They're an exotic people, to be sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, I haven't been in like French Canada, French. I almost said French Canada. I haven't been like in Montreal or Quebec or anything like that. So everyone speaks English. It's funny though because all the signs. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called Canadian Bacon. It was the last movie that John Candy did before he died.
I don't think I saw it, no, sadly.
And I believe this is the movie, but they like these guys are riding and they've got like a bunch of crap in the back that they don't want anyone to find out about. And Dan Aykroyd pulls them over, and he's like a highway cop, and they have like all this graffiti on the side of their truck. So Dan Aykroyd says, "Well, you know, everything here in Canada needs to be both in English and French for our for our French Canadian citizens. So you guys need to do something about that." So he gives them a can of spray paint, and like all the obscenities on the side of their truck, they like have to spray paint in French as well before he lets them go. But yeah, no. So yeah, everything's in French and Spanish, which is pretty cool. Because
in English,
you get to learn a little bit of French at the same time. The language has been fun.
You said French and Spanish, which
French and Spanish. I was thinking of like America with like.
Hola, quiero un hamburguesa.
Yeah. So French and English. Everything's in French and English, which is really cool. I'm loving it.
Cool. Some ancestors of mine are supposedly from Quebec, and
really, man, you've got like ancestors in Africa. I mean, you're all over the place. Native American.
I am the embodiment of mixing of world cultures. I think that's why I'm so charismatic and I appeal to so many people.
Must be. That has to be it.
Oh man, awesome. Anything else you done with your update?
Yeah, I think that's it. That was a ton.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I've been up to. Well, just got back from the holidays. We'll talk about our Star Wars event, which was a real highlight for me. I save my vacation every year for Christmas time and take like 2-3 weeks every year for this time, just because I just like being off. Like I don't want to work around Christmas time. I just want to enjoy the season and do what I want. And so that's what I did. We went up to, let's see, we went up to Disney and we stayed at one of the kind of mid-tier resorts up there, which was cool. Had a great time hopping around the different parks. Then we shot over to the new Universal Resort. This is all in Orlando, Florida, for folks who are not from our region, by the way. Right. We shot over to the new Sapphire Falls Resort at Universal. It's like their newest hotel. Like still had that new smell to it even.
Nice.
And that place was really nice. I was impressed. Like for less money than we spent at the mid-tier Disney resort, we got like I think a much nicer room.
Nice.
Just really, really cool. And then went to Universal. Man, we went mainly for the Harry Potter stuff, and we wanted to try that Toothsome Chocolate Factory. So we got everything done on our checklist. But Universal was pretty crowded, and if you don't get the express pass, it's brutal. And
yeah, you have to.
There's something I forgot. So it's been unseasonably warm in Florida, even by Florida standards. So it's like December, closing it on Christmas, and it's like hot as hell during the day up in Orlando. And
oh yeah,
one thing I forgot about Universal Studios in Orlando, and this is less of a problem at Islands of Adventure, it's a big problem at Universal though, is there's not a lot of shade. Like they did not plant trees. So you've just got sun like beating down on you. And there was one part of the day we had our sunglasses on and you just couldn't see, like you had bright shining sun on your face. We're just like marching over to the Simpsons restaurant as fast as we can. We're like, this is miserable. But no, it was cool. We got to, they did like a little mini version of the Macy's parade in Universal. We went and checked that out and we had a really good time. I finally went on the what's the Universal version of the Rocket roller coaster? I think it's called the Rip It Rocket something or other. Have you ever been on that?
I don't think I've been on that yet. No, I haven't been to Universal in about 5 years. Is that a newer ride?
I think it's older than that now, but it's in Universal Studios proper, and it's the one that like it shoots you straight up in the air, basically. Like it elevates you straight up in the air, and then you go on this pretty deep dive. Really cool roller coaster, and did that, and of course checked out all the Harry Potter stuff. We tried to take advantage of our early park admission to get to the Harry Potter stuff. By the time we made it to the Gringotts ride, which is the newest Harry Potter attraction, it was a 70-minute wait. We're like, no.
Wow.
Yeah. Might be on theme park hiatus for a little while, man. It's kind of...
Is Universal still like, are they like pocket Nazi still, where they like, you can't have anything in your pockets? And then
yeah. Before you get on any ride, you have to empty your pockets. They have these lockers and everything. And I mean, I guess I understand why, because I was with people who have lost things out of their pockets before, but it just makes for a kind of inconvenient experience, to be honest with you.
Like even your cell phone, you can't have in your pocket?
No, nothing. Everything has to be emptied, and they have like checkpoints with like the wands and everything. If anything's on you, they'll turn you right around. You got to go all the way back. So,
what if you have like a you can't have like a, I don't know, like a fanny pack or something like that, like that would just hold everything securely?
No, I don't think so. I think they make you remove all that stuff. Like they were just hardcore about it. So the lockers are cool. Like you just go up and you just put your fingerprint and they open and all that. But to be honest, like I think they'd be better off just like having a checkpoint when you first go in. I don't know how you would do it, but where you could just put your stuff in a locker all day for free, because getting your stuff in and out of the pockets all day is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably just leave everything in the car at the point, because I hate waiting in general.
Yeah.
If I had to wait in a line before I waited in the line for the ride, you know what I mean? Like
you do. And let me tell you, when this wasn't even as packed as we've seen it. If it's really packed, you're waiting in line for a locker to then get on the ride. Like it's no fun.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but no, had butterbeer. I got the cold butterbeer, and I bought the butterbeer ice cream, and I made a float out of it.
Nice.
Which
How's the butterbeer taste? Like, what does it taste like?
it's got like a butterscotch thing going.
Okay.
Butterscotch, and there's another taste to it that I'm probably missing out. I just taste butterscotch, which is fine. It's really good.
Sounds very
Um,
rich, like rich tasting.
it is. I definitely felt the aftermath of all that sugar all at once. I have a little bit of a sugar sensitivity, and
Yeah.
definitely dropped a sugar bomb in my stomach. But
But like on a hot day, there's no way that's quenching your thirst, right? I mean, that's like,
no. I mean, like, and it's kind of like beer in that respect. Like, sure, it's cold and it's nice when you're drinking it, but you're gonna need water afterwards. No, those are none of those are thirst quenchers. No way.
yeah.
I only like to get butterbeer when it's cold, actually, and it was not cold. It was just kind of rainy and bleh, so I got cold butterbeer. But they have it cold, they have it in slushy form, they have it hot, and they have the ice cream, and I think they even sell butterbeer fudge, which
Whoa.
sounds like it might be pretty good, but
Yeah.
I'll have to wait till next year for that.
Interesting.
Yeah, anyway, typical theme park stuff, and then did that trip and went by my dad's Christmas at my dad's place up near Orlando, and then Christmas at my companion's folks, all the Christmassy stuff, and then honestly thought I was going to get a lot of video games done, but just sunk a huge amount of time into Kingdoms of Amalur: The Reckoning.
Yeah.
The game is monstrous in size. Like, everybody was warning me and I didn't believe them. I'm like 110 hours into that game and I'm like halfway done. It's insane. It's insane. But I do like it. I'm having a good time with it. So talk about your money's worth. I got that game for like $20. And
that's the best. That's what I've been doing lately. I just wait a couple, like 5-6 months till the game's, run its course, and you can get them for pennies.
Yeah, and since I'm perpetually behind the times, I'm always have a backlog of games. There's no need to buy the game when it first comes out. It's like silly.
Exactly.
But that's pretty much it for me. Just keeping busy. Well, I wasn't keeping busy. I enjoyed the hell out of my vacation, and I also got started on some logistical things for an event I will discuss in my New Year's predictions to come in the main show, during the main body of the show. But we'll also save our like Rogue One event, I think, for the main body of the show, I guess. Rather than bring it up now. Cool. All right. Well, with that done, I feel like things must have gone on in the news while we were gone, and I think in 2017 we should devote a segment to the news. And let me just bounce this one off you, Cam. I'm thinking Nerdstravaganza for a name. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a great name.
Nice. Why
I
don't you
don't see why we wouldn't. Yeah. I don't see why we wouldn't use that name.
Right.
Let's see. Well, I mean, everyone knows, Carrie Fisher unfortunately passed away. Princess Leia is dead. She's resting with her fellow Alderanians. So that was pretty sad. It's also, usually when celebrities die, like, I'm just like, whatever. Not like whatever. I'm not, whenever someone dies, it's terrible. But I don't know them. You know what I mean? If they particularly touched me in a certain way with their art or craft, like, yeah, I'll be sad that they're gone. But like, I'm not typically one to take to Facebook and write a diatribe about whatever. But I actually was genuinely moved by several of the posts and different lists online about her. And also, she was a really pretty amazing lady. She went through a lot of trials and tribulations, and she had the mental illness, and she had the drug history and all that stuff. And she really got herself together. And it was sad that what struck me as particularly sad is that she went through those really lean, tough years where she was battling the bipolar, the mental illness and the drugs and all that stuff, to come out on the other end and be like so relevant now. You know what I mean? Like, so much back into the limelight. And she wrote a book, and obviously she was in episode 7. She's slated for episode 8, doing all kinds of stuff. And then, bam, it was almost like, obviously it wasn't cut. She wasn't cut down in the prime, quote, of her life, but definitely in the prime of her second coming of her career, So that was sad. And then even sadder that Debbie Reynolds, her mom passed away like the next day.
Yeah, that was so terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I never really, Debbie Reynolds was before our time pretty much, but, I mean, I know like my mom and stuff like loved her or whatever.
How old was Carrie Fisher? I mean, she was in the prime 59. Of her life. That's like young to be kicking the bucket, man.
Yeah, I mean that's still relatively young. I mean, you figure these days you should live to about 80, 80 plus.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, unfortunately, she's gone. Speaking of Rogue One, where you were talking about before in our Rogue One event that we'll talk about in the episode. The cast and not the cast, but the crew has finally come out and shed a little light on why they did so many reshoots. I don't know if you remember, but we talked about in one of the Nerdstravaganzas about how many reshoots they were doing for Rogue One before it came out. And they basically came out and said, look, the beginning was just way too boring. The beginning was super boring, so they did a bunch of reshoots with Jin and with God, what was the pilot's name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, God. Well, the pilot,
yep.
The guy with the Spanish accent. He basically they added that scene. The scene where spoiler. I mean, if you haven't seen it now, I mean, come on, it's been out for almost a month now.
Time to watch it.
But in the very beginning, where he was meeting with that guy, and then he shoots him when the stormtroopers are coming after him or whatever, when they in the alley.
Yep.
They added that to sort of introduce him because I guess it was just kind of boring the way he came in, and then they to introduce Jin, they filmed that whole sequence of her waking up in the prison.
Oh, okay.
And then getting rescued or whatever. So they wanted to add they just wanted to hook you right at the beginning, make the characters interesting or whatever.
Sure, yeah. Otherwise it was
which I thought was smart, So yeah, so that's the mystery. The mystery of the reshoot has been solved.
They got you invested in the characters just long enough to get you uninvested.
Exactly.
Spoilers.
I guess we'll stay in the space theme. NASA has a lot of big things planned for 2017.
Right.
Forge a partnership with some private space programs and individuals they're really trying to get a manned space flight to Mars by 2030.
Nice.
I mean, let's see. I hope so. I guess they're saying that Trump is a good thing for NASA.
Really?
Yeah, they're saying that he wants to move NASA's focus away from research on Earth's climate and more towards spaceflight and exploration.
Both are laudable goals, so
double-edged sword, sort of. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, let's just forget about the environment. It's done. Let's find somewhere to go to. You know what I mean?
I guess maybe NOAA would be the organization to do the Earth climate or something, and NASA is more for space exploration, right?
Yeah, how about the EPA? What the hell are they doing? Fuck.
They're about to get gutted, is what.
Yeah, what the hell are they doing? Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that might be a good thing. I'd like us to go. I'd like us to go to other planets. That'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of those companies that this is another sort of merge, but this one, one of those private companies that they are working with, obviously, is Elon Musk's SpaceX.
Yeah.
Who's sort of been on hold. They've been grounded basically since their Falcon rocket exploded during the testing phase or whatever. But I guess they're saying that SpaceX can be putting up flights. As soon as this week, January 8th.
Cool.
They might have new flights going up.
Good. I hope
so. That's pretty cool. So a lot of cool space stuff on the horizon. Staying on the space kick. God, that many Passengers came out. Have you seen it, Tom?
No, I really want to. Did you see it?
I saw it, and fuck spoilers. It's a terrible movie. Do not see it.
Oh, what? No.
Wait until video or wouldn't video.
Oh, that sucks. I was really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Look, if they would have sold you the movie that it is, I don't think I'd be so upset about it. You're and correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but your I guess expectations of the movie is probably that it's like some crazy romp in space and there's all kinds of it's sci-fi is what it seems.
Yeah, they wake up on this ship before everybody else and there's something bad going on, right?
Yeah, that in the barest sense is true, okay? But really, it's just like a skin. The science, like they could have set this movie in like on a deserted island or something. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like
Yeah.
they don't have to be space. They just threw that in there, and it's not a sci-fi movie. It's basically it's like a romance.
Oh,
like
no.
a romance drama. Yeah, it's really. I mean, listen, I love Jennifer Lawrence. I love Chris Pratt. They both turned in amazing performances. They have amazing chemistry together. They both are powerhouse actors, and they both did an amazing job acting-wise. But they basically were just putting a silk hat on a pig. The writing and the movie itself was just shit.
That sucks.
It's nothing what you expect, or at least what I expected when I walked in there. And so that's the first time in a long time I walked out of a movie feeling like I'd been cheated. You know what I mean?
Damn, man. That really bums me out. I was expecting like some hardcore awesome sci-fi.
No, God, no. Like I'll tell you, like I'll just give you one like, so like they're going from terminal to terminal to these like junction boxes to see if they need to repair something or whatever. Sure. So like he opens the first one and she's like, "Is it broken?" Like I was just like, it just looks terrible. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, God, man, like it was just really bad. So I would discourage everyone from seeing it.
I'm not really sure how a romantic movie works when there's only two people alive. Like you're the only option. It's not like one of them's going to hold out for the other one, right?
Well, there's a little twist there. I don't want to ruin that, but
there's an alien.
It's not good.
Is there an alien?
There are no aliens.
Any lasers or robots?
No lasers. There is a robot bartender.
Oh, I've seen him already. Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave him away in the preview.
Yeah. But that's it, really. I mean, it's definitely not anything to waste. Glad I didn't spend the extra money for the 3D. I just paid the regular ticket. But yeah. So, and I think that's about it for my news.
All right. Nice. Well, I'm glad all the news closing out last year and starting this year is good news.
Well, except for Carrie Fisher.
Wow, why did I just say that? Except for that and the slew of other celebrities. So I do have to confess something. Celebrities don't really resonate with me. And I understand like it affects people, but everybody's lamenting what an awful year 2016 was because of all these celebrities, and I don't give it a second thought. Does that make me like a bad person or something?
No.
Yeah, I'm not that interested in celebrities, and when they pass away, it's kind of like a footnote in history. Oh, that's too bad. But
yeah,
lots of people die every day, and I don't think anybody's going to care what I pass on. So,
anyway. Care, Tom.
So, with the exception of like just me hanging my head in absolute sorrow at the loss of all these celebrities, and with the knowledge that Cam will in fact care when I die, let's soldier on to 2017 and beyond and reflect happily on what happened at the end of 2016 that did involve celebrity deaths. First of all, I've got to say, one of the highlights for my Christmas break was our Rogue One viewing party, which we promoted heavily here, and we got a really good response. I think we got pretty much a full house, and
absolutely,
it was awesome. We basically bought free tickets for our local audience here in South Florida at the Paragon Ridge movie theater, Paragon being a theater group, and the Ridge 8 Cinema being the cinema where we actually held our event. Chris, I think Chris put up video for it, didn't he? On our
yes.
Yeah. So check that out. Check that out on our channel. It was a good time. It was a really good time. I do believe there's at least some photographic evidence of me throwing up the Vulcan live long and prosper sign at a Star Wars event.
Yeah.
But it was really good, and the movie was awesome, and it was better enjoyed with friends, I think.
It was. I think it was amazing to have that many people, fans of the show, friends, family, all together in one place. And, we had a huge raffle. Everybody got a bunch of swag. It was awesome. I mean, it was like a whole theater of nerds that all knew each other and all liked each other, actually, and
yeah,
having a good time.
And I got to say this on a personal note. Speaking of raffle, our good friends at the Paragon Ridge 8 Theater did a raffle for a Chewbacca mask. And so I entered it thinking, I won't win. I don't win contests. But damn if they didn't call me the other day and I didn't win that Chewbacca mask.
That is amazing.
And for our audio listeners who aren't going to be able to see the video, I am now holding up my Chewbacca mask to the camera. And though I'm pretty sure it's meant for a child, it's probably testament to my small cranium and small brain. I can get it on my head. So let me do that without trying to set it off. And then I'm going to make a bunch of Wookiee noises with it. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty popular item out there. But it's new to me. So this should be fun. Here we go. So I can't talk without making a chewy noise. This thing's really awesome, actually.
For the audio listeners, that's the mask that Midwest mom or whatever wore on that video that went viral, right?
Yeah.
She was like laughing, like she just couldn't stop laughing.
It's actually pretty damn funny because you can't control it. Right. Is that I never watched it. I've seen like stills of that video. Is that what she does? She puts this thing on and then makes a bunch of noises?
Yeah, she just gets it randomly and she's in her car. She's like, oh my god, she like does it and she just starts dying laughing. She just can't stop. It's literally like 3 minutes of her laughing and doing that thing. But,
it's actually pretty funny. Like you can't speak without it making the chewy noise. So
that's what I was gonna ask. How does it activate? Do you activate it like with your jaw? Or?
Okay, so I'm demonstrating for the audience. I do not have the mask on as it is painful on my large head, but you just the jaw moving down. I'm about to move it down manually. Just makes a Wookiee noise.
And then can you move it with your mouth? Is that how you do it? Like move it with your own jaw?
Yeah, when I had it on, every time I was speaking, every time my jaw moved in a speaking fashion, it would cause the lever to go down and the chewy sounds to come out. So
that's awesome.
I have to imagine this is the single most lamented gift purchased by parents for their offspring.
Oh God, if I had kids and I gave it to my kid, I'd probably break it in 2 minutes.
Yeah, can you imagine like you're trying to tell Here, let's do a role play. All right, Cam, I'm your kid. So here, go ahead and tell me to go to bed or something.
Go to bed, little Tom. Crying. I want to break that thing in half and snap it over my knee.
Yeah, I got to see. I'm sure a lot of these were taken away pretty early in the, pretty soon after Christmas.
Absolutely.
I wonder if my dogs like it. I'm gonna hang on. This is.
It would probably scare the crap out of them.
Don't call Pete on me. I'm just going to kind of point it in their direction and see if they react. They are interested, but they don't seem that interested. Really? My dog's barely reacted. Yeah.
That's funny. So that's funny. So you actually just filled out the little card at the event that night, and then they just called you and said you won?
Yeah. It was my second actually it was the last night of my vacation, so Monday night. I'm like bummed, back to work. They're like, hey, this is so from the Paragon Ridge, and you won the Chewbacca mask. You want to come pick it up? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, man,
so
awesome.
I donned all my dorky Star Wars clothing, and I brought my little space slug hand puppet and posed holding it. So hopefully they put it up there. It's supposed to go up on social media, and I will definitely cross promote the hell out of it because
that's amazing.
It was cool. That's where we held our event, and that's where I won. And I swear it wasn't rigged. You think it was rigged? You think they were like, oh, this is the big shot from that event. We better.
This is the guy that cut the check. No, maybe, who knows? But if so, hey, at least you got something out of it, right?
Yeah, I got a little swag. I have a number of annoying uses for this thing in mind. So
that's a nice little kickback.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Sorry, for those watching, that's my fiance there in the background.
Oh yeah,
we're sharing a hotel room, so.
Cam believes in sharing a hotel room with his fiance for some reason.
I know this is we used to get separate rooms back in the day.
Proof that even nerds can get girlfriends who then become fiancés.
I know. I'm actually going to sleep in a real bed with a real girl.
Definite change of pace. Anyway,
yes.
Yeah, so that was cool. That was like honestly that was great. That was just an awesome. I think we should do this every holiday season because we're gonna have a Star Wars movie like every Christmas for the rest of our lives. So we should just do that.
Yes. I second that emotion.
Yeah. So let's look forward to an episode 8 showing next year from us. If you're not from the South Florida area, you should fly down because it's a good time. And I might give you my Chewbacca mask, but I probably won't.
But I think you'll be sick of it. We should make that one of the prizes.
Yeah. So, my companion said I got to get rid of this. It's only been worn a few times. Oh, man. So that was me going on for quite a while. What about you, Cam? Highlights of your Christmas break other than stuff you covered in the update?
That's it, really. Obviously Rogue One was amazing. Got a bunch of really cool Christmas gifts. So I guess this is nerdy. I got speaking of my fiance, she got me the Nest indoor and outdoor camera system.
Oh.
So now wherever I am, I can just look at my phone or my tablet or whatever, and I can see all 4 cameras on the outside and inside of my house. And basically I have 24-hour surveillance and recording at my house.
That's awesome, man.
Not only that, but you can talk through them. So if like someone's at the front door, you just push a little button and say, "Hey, what do you want?" And they can hear you and they talk back to you.
That's cool. That's really cool.
It's amazing. It's like real time. You have it like, and not only that, but it's like this like face recognition software. So it tells you like, you can set it like to be super sensitive, or you can set it to be not so sensitive. Like you can set it if there's like any motion or whatever. Or you can set it just so when it like notices that there's a person there.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it sends a little alert to your phone. Hey, we noticed there's someone in your backyard. And I looked and I was like, hey, who's in my backyard? And it was the lawn guys, Or hey, someone's at the front door. And I looked and it was the mailman, So even in Toronto, I was looking and seeing what was going on in my house.
And you're actually hoping it's somebody trying up to no good, so you can like say inflammatory stuff to them.
Yeah, we literally can like talk to him and be like, asshole, like put that down. The cops are right around the corner.
Oh my god. This is about 10 years too late. Did I ever tell you I got my patio furniture taken right off my patio?
Patio furniture, really?
Yeah, this was during the height of like the housing crisis, so people were just like abandoning homes. So I don't know if some idiot going by saw my patio furniture and saw my dead plant on it and thought, well, here's an abandoned house.
Yeah.
Probably. But just because I can't take care of a plant doesn't give you the right to come up here. But I didn't think anything of it. I'm sitting there and I see a shadow moving around and somebody moving stuff out of my patio. I thought maybe it was just a maintenance guy or something. Son of a bitch, I opened my door, my patio furniture's gone.
Let me ask you, was it like wicker or plastic, or was it metal?
The furniture, it was wood.
Yeah.
It was like a wood table and chairs. It was
okay. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, if it was metal, a lot of guys drive around with just a truck and they just pick up any metal they see on the side of the road because you can get like
scrap
value for it. Yeah. But yeah, if it was nice wood, they probably stole it and put it on Craigslist.
I was pretty pissed about it, man. If I had that Nest thing, that would have been that's the perfect thing. Like, hey, dipshit, you gonna clean my furniture for me or something? What are you doing?
Yeah. No, it's really cool. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone here. Show you guys. It's really awesome. Like I highly recommend it. It's a little expensive. It's on the expensive side. Each camera will run you. Well, they're about $200 each, but if you can get a deal for like 2 for $350. So 4 cameras is $700, and then you have to have it professionally installed.
Yeah, for like a friggin' home security system, that's pretty reasonable, man.
Yeah. But then you also have to pay like $200, $300 a month, whatever it is, for like it records a certain amount of time for you, but it's only like a day or so.
So they get you.
You can get like a 30-day cloud storage subscription for like $300 a month, something like that.
Oh, really? Okay, so it just keeps all the footage from all month. Okay.
All month long, yeah. That way, just in case you're, if something happens or whatever, you're, you can go back and look at it or whatever. All right, so let's see if you can see it here. Also, night mode. It's night vision as well, which is very cool. But as you can see there, my living room. You can see my driveway. You can see my front door. You can see what do I do there? You can see, so basically, this is all 4 cameras. You can see the That's the driveway, and that's the front door. That's the living room, which is totally dark now, and then the backyard.
Cool. It didn't come through super clear, but I get the gist. That's pretty awesome. So you can monitor your house wherever you are.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Sweet, man. That's cool.
So yeah, that I'm looking forward to catching some criminals on that. I'll tell you what I'm not looking forward to is apparently Jimmy Superfly Snuka is going to be one of the next casualties of 2017.
Oh, is he in a bad way?
Well, in such bad shape that I don't know if you remember back. Sure, basically they say he killed his girlfriend like 35 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
He was brought up on homicide charges. I guess they dismissed the charges because he's only got like a couple months to live, basically.
Wow.
So he's in hospice care and just basically waiting to die. And the judge was like, well, there's really no reason for us to spend money prosecuting this guy. He's about to die anyway.
What if he recovers? Could they change their mind if he miraculously recovers?
Oh, yeah. They just dismissed it. They didn't, rule for him. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't acquitted or anything. There's no statute of limitations on murder typically. So.
Oh, all right. That's good to know. Good to know. Should I be murdered? Yeah. Somebody can't just wait it out.
But yeah, sad to hear. I guess he's like really like out of it too. He's like got total dementia. He's not even competent to stand trial. He's got like dementia, they say. So
that's sad, man. I'm really sorry to hear that about the guy.
Well,
he committed a murder. It makes me a little less.
He committed a murder. He's kind of an asshole, but yeah, he definitely was one of my favorites.
He murdered his girlfriend, they're saying, or
they say he murdered his girlfriend 34 years ago. Nancy Argentino was her name.
That's a long time ago.
34 years, yeah.
The audience is now being treated to my dog, who I'm holding, who's licking my face. Say hi, Swiper. Look at the camera. No, don't lick my... Oh, God. No. That's not what I wanted. Swiper, look at the camera. Say hi. You see my dog, Cam?
Yeah.
Hey, he's pretty cute. All right, now you can just sit on my lap and chill,
Very
okay?
Cool. Not looking forward to that, but definitely looking forward to a lot of cool movies coming out. Some really good movies coming out. Well, we'll see if they're good, but in theory, the new Blade Runner is supposed to be out. Obviously, we talked about the new Star Wars. Alien Covenant is coming out.
Yeah, that looks good, man.
I don't know if you're excited about that.
I am. That looks good.
Berserk is actually my favorite anime.
Okay.
And they're coming out with a new season of that.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. I never really was a Twin Peaks fan. Were you into Twin Peaks?
It's one of those things everybody says I should have watched, but I never did.
Yeah, I didn't. I just wasn't a fan. Not even if I tried to watch it one time, and it was like, this is weird, man. I need to be on acid to watch this or something, So never really got into it, but apparently that's coming out, so I'm sure people are excited about that. I am excited about Rick and Morty season 3. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Another thing I need to watch. I've heard nothing but the best about it, but have not watched myself.
It's hilarious, yeah.
Okay.
Resident Evil 7 coming out.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that franchise, but I'm a huge fan of Mass Effect and the new one coming out, Andromeda.
Yeah. Is it a sequel or a whole new story or what? Because I thought they defeated the Reapers at the end of Mass Effect, so we were good to go.
It is a brand new chapter. I don't know what the new storyline is, but it is supposedly a new chapter.
A new alien race called the Sowers.
All right. And that's it, really. I mean, there's some several TV shows that look promising. But I feel like the last few TV shows that I really been looking forward to ended up falling flat. Like Westworld and a couple other ones.
Oh man, did you ever catch up on Westworld?
I did not, but it's on my DVR. It is on my DVR. What's so funny too is the Comcast guy came, and he was going to swap out my DVR because I upgraded to like the higher internet and all that or whatever.
Sure.
And he had brought a new box. And he's like, all right, I'm going to swap your box out. And I was like, oh, but what else all the stuff I have on my DVR? He's like, sorry, man. He was like Russian. He's like, well, it could be gone. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going to catch him on Westworld. But then it ended up being that he brought the same box that I had anyway. So it wasn't an upgrade. So I was like, all right, well, forget it then. I'll
just keep it. They can't transfer that crap? I mean, I'm kind of surprised they... Seems dumb.
I mean, unfortunately, the cable companies, they don't care, man. It's not like the phone companies where they have to like keep up with the new hotness on the phones and stuff and all the new cutting edge technology. I was at a friend's house the other day, and I can't believe the cable box they're still using. It was ridiculous. Like it takes you you push the button, it takes like 10 minutes to for the number to come up.
Ugh.
It's like
if you want something to throw in the face of a free market evangelist, it's the cable industry. Like there is an example of the free market failing to provide value for money. I mean, cable sucks.
Terrible. Yeah. They are absolutely terrible.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Cool, man. I'm looking forward to I think the new Star Trek show. Do you have any feelings on that one way or the other?
What's that? You transferred a little bit. What was that?
Oh, sorry. I'm looking forward to the new Star Trek show. Is that something that interests you at all?
Oh, I mean, super interested in it. Not super interested in paying CBS or whatever it is.
Yeah, I need an alternate means of subscribing to that because that's not going to work for me.
Yeah, or I'll wait. I'll just wait till it comes out. Aren't they isn't it like subscription for like the first couple months or something, and then like it'll be on?
Supposedly, yeah, it like eventually like makes its way to the network or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just wait.
Yeah, I'm more okay with like Netflix and Hulu because I feel like I get a variety of programming. Paying for one network, not so much.
No way. I actually, it's funny because I was, I'm a Dolphins fan, and I was in Ohio, and the Dolphins had a big game this past Sunday, and so I had to subscribe to I wanted to watch the game, but in like local, I don't know if you know this, but like they only play like local games in areas. So like Cleveland, they were obviously showing the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
They weren't playing the Miami Dolphins. So the Miami Dolphins game was on in South Florida, but it's not on in Cleveland. Anyway, so I figured, all right, well, let me stream it, right? So I go on CBS, and they're like, okay, well, you have to sign up for our service. I was like, all right, well, I guess I can sign up for it. And it was like a free week trial or something like that. I'll sign up for the free week trial, whatever. So I sign up for the free week trial. Then you have to sign up for the NFL network.
No, what?
Yeah, so you got to get the NFL. So then I signed up for the NFL. And then finally get to it where I can stream. I push on the button to watch the games. The game comes up. It's the Cleveland Brown game.
Oh, no. They block out my market?
Yeah, it won't let me change. It's making me use my location services on my tablet.
Oh, that sucks.
And it won't let me change where I can watch it.
That sucks. Why would you
cancel my free trial? Screw you guys.
Yeah, why would you pay for a streaming service to watch local market? Like I would want to get around the blackouts,
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're at work, I don't know, or you're somewhere where you
should be working if you're at work. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're somewhere you can't be on your TV, but.
Was that when they were playing the Patriots? Was that their last regular season game?
Yes.
They ended
up getting slaughtered.
Yeah, they got destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I will be home. Oh, and then, of course, I get screwed again because there's 4 slots this week of playoff games. I think 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock on Saturday, and then 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Sunday. My flight is at noon on Sunday. Which game do you think the Dolphins have on Sunday?
The one while you're in flight.
Yeah.
Well, you might be able to catch it on the don't they have live TV on some of the airlines and it's the networks?
I am flying the worst aside from Frontier, I'm flying the worst airline ever, Spirit.
Oh, Cam.
They well, it was like the only direct flight, and I hate connecting.
Oh my god!
And it was super cheap. It was like for both of us, for my companion and I, it was $200 total. And
it is cheap.
Yeah, that was with our bags and like all that stuff too, because like the flights themselves were like $50.
Damn, I mean, I hate Spirit though. It is cheap, but I just can't stand flying them.
They're horrible. The seats don't even recline. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm surprised they don't charge you for a seatbelt.
Yeah. So, and of course, my companion packs like she's going on a trading trip, to the West Indies, and we ended up paying an extra $30 for her overweight bag.
Spirit nickel and dime me. I got this like $50 flight that ended up costing me like $300 after by the time all the nickeling and diming was said and done.
Yeah, they give you like, oh, here's your $50 flight, but then like it's $200 for every other little stupid add-on that make you pay.
It was bad. The flight attendants were pissed off. The passengers was pissed. Everybody was mad. Like everybody, it was just a miserable experience all around.
Luckily, it's only like a 2-hour flight.
Okay.
Just get there. Just get me home. That's all I care about.
So you're flying. That's a direct from Cleveland to
Cleveland to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And I hope 2016 for me was like, I mean, look, a terrible travel year is you crash, obviously. But
Yeah.
I mean, second to that, it was pretty bad. Like I got caught in that Delta mess. If you remember?
Yeah.
Where like their whole system crashed. So it took me to take a 2-hour flight. It took me almost 20 hours to get home when it should have been like 2-hour endeavor. And then American lost my bag when I went to France.
That's right. That's right.
And, I was proposing to my girlfriend at the time, now fiance. And then now I'm just hoping that, whatever. Oh, the reason I brought that up was just, I think it was yesterday or Monday, the TSA system went down nationwide. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, the whole TSA system went down. And so everyone trying to come into the country from outside of the country was like just stuck in that area where like you get off the plane, but you're not really like in a country.
Yeah, you're like stuck. Oh,
God.
God.
Like zone or whatever. Oh, my God. People were tweeting and putting up Instagram photos of just like people vomiting because it was like all hot and there were so many people all crowded together in one space. Like,
oh, my God.
It was a nightmare.
That's a dress rehearsal for Trump he's going to ban all immigrants and all people coming in from abroad. Even Americans coming back from abroad are going to be suspect.
Can you imagine? Just to go off on a grim tangent. So even in the best of times, like we're in like pretty good times. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
People act like animals, even though things are really smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for all intents and purposes, people complain about the TSA, people complain about airports or whatever. But it's a miraculous logistical effort that happens every single day to get that many people, that many places safely. Whatever. Can you imagine if like there was some sort of like global event and like people had to like, just take turns like taking a bus somewhere or like whatever.
No, forget it.
Like it would be instant chaos. Instant.
I think it was something like 10,000 flights a day or something like that in the U.S. or around the world or some crazy number, which just is a staggering number per day if you think about it.
Yeah.
That I read at one point. Like, yeah. It's a really remarkable system when you stop and think about it. And you saw just a slight hiccup, but yeah.
And imagine if that grounded to a halt. I mean, people would go crazy. People go crazy now for no reason. And
that's just one aspect of society that's subject to any slight perturbation. Remember the little conversation we had at the game store during our Christmas break, to recall the Christmas break, about how we basically were saying, civilization is like a 90-day supply chain interruption away from collapse.
Right. And I think that's optimistic.
Yeah. I mean, if that.
Yeah.
We're super vulnerable, man.
Oh yeah.
The more complex things get, the more fragile they get to a certain extent.
Because even like 50, 60 years ago, okay, if things stopped moving, it's sort of okay. I mean, there was a lot of farms around. You know what I mean? Like people fix things. Like people knew what to do. Nowadays it's like, Google doesn't work. How do I, get water? How do you
yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
I think my New Year's resolution is to stock up on canned goods and get a gun.
Well, luckily I've already taken care of those things, but actually that's actually a really good idea, Tom. What are some of your New Year's resolutions aside from guns and
stock up on canned goods and get a gun? I actually went to the firing range with my companion's dad and her brother, and I hadn't been near her. I hadn't even handled a gun since like basic training, right? And he had a whole collection of really cool little pistols and a rifle and all this stuff. Well, we get to the firing range. It's like a Friday. It was a Friday before New Year or something like that. And we're like, oh, everybody will be at work. No, everybody else is on vacation. Like, what were we thinking?
Right.
So we show up and we didn't even get to like shoot. But like that made me think like, man, because I got to like load the clips. I'm like, this is awesome. So I'm really considering getting a gun, not just to defend my canned goods in the event of a 90-day supply chain interruption, but because I've kind of wanted one for a while, and I think it'd be kind of cool to have one. So
yeah, I mean, to me, it's an essential for every household. I think but whatever. It's politics.
It shouldn't be political. It shouldn't be political. You're allowed to have one. If you want to have one, you should have one. And I mean, I would never consider myself a gun enthusiast or a gun nut, but I've never once thought that somebody else's right to have a gun should be curtailed. So
right. Second Amendment in America.
And so the sad thing, I may have to ask you for some advice because, like, I look at guns and if they look cool, I'm like, that's what I want because it looks cool. But they might suck. You know, I might end up shooting my dog when I'm trying to shoot a target or something. Even if my dog's in another county.
I mean, it all depends on what you want, but I can tell you. And I have a buddy too that could get you a really good deal.
Okay, cool.
Below, especially if you're your ex-military, you probably they give you the blue price, they call it.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Law enforcement, ex-military guy. So, yeah.
Sweet, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you probably get you a nice Glock or something like that.
Nice. Yeah, Glock. That's been in some rap songs, so I know that's good.
Well, that's actually what I own. That's what I carry.
Okay.
Those Austrians know what they're doing. You can bury that thing in the sand for a year, come back, dig it up, and it'll shoot.
It'll still work. Do you go to the range regularly to keep up your shooting skills, or?
Yes, and actually, one of my Christmas gifts from my lovely fiance was a shooting range for 2 outing.
Oh, nice.
Groupon. Yeah. So.
Was it like a local range or?
Yeah, local range. We can go. It's like range time and all that stuff. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So yes, I am very spoiled. She just said it here.
Yeah, man, you had a nice Christmas.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So so we'll be shooting. Yeah, maybe we can make that a double date with your companion. So.
There you go. That'd be great. I can see if I can get her on board.
But yeah, so any other resolutions?
I am resolving to move on February 11th to Seattle, to the Seattle region.
That's my birthday, man. That's going to be a sad birthday for me.
Well, I'll be out of Florida. It'll be a little bit better state for you after that. No. Yeah, February 11th is our move date to. We're really not going to move to Seattle. We're going to be kind of across the water in a place called Bremerton, which you can get to Seattle by a ferry from there.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, you do? Okay, yeah, okay, cool. That's where we're going to be. Come on up for a visit. We're going to actually have some room, unlike where we are here in Florida. So,
nice.
Yeah, I resolved to move.
I believe Bremerton is the home, or at least one of the haunts of Sir Mix-a-Lot, the rapper.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on Broadway in Seattle, and his posse was nowhere in evidence. So hopefully they just moved over to Bremerton.
Yeah. No, my mom grew up in Washington State. So I love it.
Oh, okay. It's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to getting out there. So, my affairs will carry me back to Florida now and then, though. So I will be sure to hang out, and I'm definitely still down to do our annual Star Wars movie viewing.
Star Wars,
yeah, Episode 8 and so on going forward. So should be
maybe cool. Maybe when Rogue 2 comes out as well.
Yeah, when Rouge 2 comes out. Yeah,
I actually heard somebody say that when we came out, like the first time I saw it. Someone was like, "I guess there won't be a Rogue 2."
There never was going to be one, buddy.
I was like, well, okay. I mean, I was hoping, but I don't know. The tone really wasn't.
No, it was serious, I'm sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe get myself a gun and some canned goods, and get myself moved. Those are my big resolutions.
You need a North Face jacket too.
Oh yeah, I got to get all that gear, all that sweet gear.
The waterproof stuff.
Yeah, it's required. My companion is thrilled at the prospect of shopping for all that stuff. I am dreading it because I hate shopping.
Yeah. No, man, that's what's so great about Amazon Prime. Just
get it all sent to me.
Bam. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we were in Niagara Falls just a couple days ago. Days it was just pissing rain, like just
Oh yeah.
Annoying all day, more than a drizzle, not quite a whatever.
Yep.
And plus it was like in the 30s, so it's like I was like, man, it's like I don't understand how people could live like this, like in England or where it's like that 60, 70 days out of the year sometimes,
And I guess you get used to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, plus we weren't like really equipped. We were equipped for cold, but not for the wet cold.
Not for the wet cold, right? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll get used to it.
Oh, you will, man. Yeah, you
will. What about you though? Resolutions?
Resolutions. I would say I resolved to just treat my fellow man better. I want to increase the good works that the Nerdstravaganza does.
Oh, nice.
So,
I like it.
Aside from our movie giveaway, maybe there'll be more goodies in store for our listeners and friends.
I like it. I like that. Yeah. Let's not get carried away. Nothing like truly helpful to humanity, though. Just like stuff you don't really need.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting you canned but or a gun.
Or my gun.
But I'll give you a Star Wars fig or something.
Nice.
But yeah, and just spend more time enjoying life. Like, as you get older, you realize it's not forever, man.
Yeah, man, you'd be taking that dirt nap before long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. Just having I feel like this winter break was a lot of just like doing stuff, getting out and like just having a nice time and just spending time with people, and I think that actually counts for quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, speaking of grim death, if you were you one of the 2016, like, I can't wait till 2016 is over, 2017 is going to be my year, or do you sort of take the longer view of, well, it's just a arbitrary, it's 7 days and it doesn't, the year itself doesn't matter?
On average for me, and it might just be, this could be completely unscientific, but odd years tend to go better for me. I don't know if it's because I was born in one. It's really, or it's just, placebo effect or something. But yeah. I'm looking forward to 2017 because it's an odd year, and I generally just like the way odd years feel, as stupid as that is. So things should go better for me just by default.
All right, well, that's cool.
But I didn't hate 2016. People I don't know if it's the election not going the way people wanted or all the celebrities, but people acted like 2016 was the end of the world. I think by most measures, things got better in 2016. I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. I had a great 2016. I got engaged. I mean, I had, great, did really well business-wise, podcast doing well, friends, family, everyone's good, knock on wood so far. I mean, so some celebrities died and Trump got elected, but, the world is turning.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, 2017 should give you, if you're afraid of uncertainty, 2017 should be scary. You should long for the comfort of 2016. But
I take 2016 all over again, as opposed to what may not happen in 2017.
Yeah, the unknown. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm looking. But you're pretty optimistic about 2017, or are you like? Do you have?
I mean, I say positive in general. I think it's going to be a good year.
And yeah, me too, man. I mean, honestly, if we could just address the elephant in the room, I think a lot of people are really anxious about the Trump administration. And I know because I'm like a cisgendered, white male. Oh, actually, I do have 5% street cred now, thanks to the other 95% of me is privileged and therefore immune to all of the problems that are to come. But I mean, I think people didn't. Every election, half the country's pissed, and they immediately dig their heels in, and they just hate the guy that took office. I mean, try to find the good in it. I mean, there's some things that could happen that are good for the country, like, a better space program. I don't know.
Yeah. The economy is doing a lot better. Hopefully that keeps going,
It
looks like jobs are going to be created. I mean,
honestly, economically, things are looking better. And I don't think people give economic. I don't think people give the economy and the state of the economy and the state of their financial health enough credit for the impact it has on your quality of life. Microaggressions and identity politics and all this other stuff. I'm not saying it doesn't matter when people are jerks to each other, but putting food on the table and living with some measure of comfort, man, that's really important. I don't think people. It's weird. Like that seems to escape people's attention, at least in my opinion.
I agree. Well, so what do you think? What's the over/under on a highly a crisis? I'll say that. I won't define what crisis means or what it may not be. What do you think the over/under is on a global or at least nationwide crisis this year?
A massively disruptive crisis.
And it could be anywhere, anything from the housing bubble to World War III.
I don't even know if I could quantify it, but I mean, I don't think the probability of anything majorly disruptive happening is high. Trump is disruptive on the political scene to a certain extent, but and people make the case, I guess, that he could come in and just start pressing buttons and firing nukes everywhere.
No way.
But I mean, I don't see anything on the immediate horizon that strikes me as potentially massively disruptive. I mean, there's a lot of bad crap that will continue. The slow death of climate change and all this other stuff. But I don't know. I don't see anything that looks like a giant disaster coming down the pike. Do you see something like that?
The only thing that worries me is, well, not the only thing. I mean, obviously there's things that anything could happen, food shortage, this, that, whatever. I'd be lying if I said that the Russian thing didn't bother me.
The hacking thing or the kind of saber rattling?
I mean, everything, it seems like, obviously the hacking. I mean, it's clear that they've hacked into us. Now, no one ever says that, I'm sure that we are hacking into them too. You know what I mean? I'm sure we're hacking them. I'm sure we're hacking China. They're hacking us, whatever, But, that in itself is it worries me because, just sort of what we were talking about before, if they hacked into the national, whatever power grid system and shut it down or something, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be screwed.
Do you think? I mean, I know this isn't a political podcast per se, though, but do you see? In my opinion, I think we have been provocative towards Russia, especially in the past decade or so. Like the Cold War's over, we won, and it's like to a certain extent, I feel like we're kicking them while they're down. And I'm not trying to take their side, and I'm not saying this excuses the hacking, but I feel like we've taken this provocative stance toward Russia, and I'm not sure why it's in our national interest to do so.
Well, I think he did, and then Obama didn't help by just basically ignoring them. You know what I mean? Like he put his shit on them. He's like, whatever, screw you. We're not dealing with you, and basically just try to marginalize them. You know what I mean?
I mean, the only interaction we had with them was when there was that kind of local dispute with Ukraine and the Crimea and all that. Then we had definite things to say, but I don't know. I don't want to get too political, but the reason we were against the leadership of Ukraine was because they decided to enter an alliance that wasn't to our liking, rather than basically lean toward NATO.
Right.
And so let's not pretend that we don't apply pressure to get the outcomes we want as well.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
And I mean, if the Russians are up to no good, bury them. I'm not saying put up with it. But understand that our own actions have repercussions.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's this whole nuclear proliferation thing where talking about Putin and, Bush are talking about we need more nukes.
What's that about? I like. Oh, by the way, that was a nice Freudian slip. You just called Trump Bush.
Yeah.
But what is this? I mean, are they reminiscing about how awesome it would be to have an arms race again? I don't get this.
I don't know. It's asinine. I mean, it's the last thing we need.
No, that's stupid. I see where you're coming from. The Russia thing could potentially blow up into something destabilizing.
Yeah.
I hope you're wrong.
Me too. And like I said, hopefully we can smooth things out with them. I mean, I feel like Trump. Who knows what he's going to do? He's a loose cannon. But as long as he can't plunge us into nuclear war. I think that would be a win.
Yeah, that is a big win. And let's bring this episode in for a big win. Let's bring it back over to the nerdy front, and we'll play a game of Wish for 2017. We'll just do it based on movies, and then we won't go to bed tonight dreaming about a nuclear exchange between Putin and Trump.
Yeah.
Because of a Twitter war or something. Oh yeah, Trump needs to stay off Twitter, by the way. I don't think the president should be tweeting that much.
Yeah, I
just
agree.
My 2 cents. But okay. Not what movie do you think will be the best of 2017? What movie that you know of that's coming out in 2017 do you want to be the best?
I want Alien Covenant to be the best because I am a huge fan of that franchise.
Yes, that was exactly what I was going to say.
It seems like some of the recent stinkers, well, not seems, they have been,
So you think it's just because of your loyalty, because you love the franchise and you want to see it kind of redeemed and done very well?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't as down on Prometheus as a lot of other people were, but but like Alien 3, those other ones look really bad.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I know some people that like Alien 3. I don't know why, but I thought Prometheus was fine. I even liked it. You're not supposed to. Yeah. You're supposed to hate it, but I want a lot. Hopefully, a lot of things will be explained in the new Alien movie from Prometheus, because I think a lot of what pissed people off about that movie is it didn't explain everything. It left a lot of things unexplained, and people hate that. They don't want to admit it, but they can't stand not being spoon-fed everything. Yeah. And that movie asked way more questions than it answered, and it made me it left me wanting to know more.
Yeah,
and sure. I hope this new movie, sheds some more light on where Prometheus left off.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid effort. So let's hopefully keep, get some momentum going,
Yeah. Yeah. Is the new Avatar coming out this year or 2018?
Not sure, but I know the new Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out.
That's going to be good. I don't need to wish for that.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's funny. We arrived at the same movie. The Alien movie is the one I most want to do well. I want it to be a runaway success. So I hope it is.
That would be awesome. I'll tell you what I wish for on the book front. I'm sure you know where I'm going with that.
I sure hope so.
For Mr. R.R. Martin to get off his ass.
Yeah.
And finish Winds of Winter.
Be nice. It'd be nice. I need a month notice so I could read through all the books again.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly it's supposed to be out in March.
Right.
But
right.
I don't know about that.
I'd really rather it came out in October, November when winter was coming on,
Yeah, that would be funny.
I'll grant him that extra time. But then after that, so that'll be 2017 if that does come out. So A Dream of Spring, which is supposed to end the series, I assume that'll be out around 2028.
Yeah, right. He will be long dead. Long dead.
I mean, yeah, the guy has to consider how much writing time he has in him too, right?
Well, I'll tell you. Are you familiar with Robert Jordan, the Wheel of Time series?
Yeah. Didn't they get turned over?
Yeah, he passed away, and Brandon Sanderson, who does the Mistborn series,
right,
took that up and did really well with it. I mean, I really enjoyed the last couple books. So, I mean, there's hope there.
Okay, well, maybe somebody could take up from Martin. I mean, part of me wants the series to go longer because I feel like it wouldn't be stretching it to go further. There's so many interesting characters and so many ways it could go.
No, I mean, Wheel of Time is like 27 books. Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous how many books there is there. And they're long-ass books. And
they're good.
Like they're short, yeah. So, why not?
Cool, man. I don't know. I hope so. Let's hope. Maybe it would be kind of an Ever franchise or close to it.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm not really rooting for anything on the video game front. Products wise, I hope that new Tesla's cool. I think that's coming out this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I really want to get the Tesla 3, but I won't wait for like the second gen.
Yeah, you want to
All
wait
these,
until
dummies, work out all the kinks first, and then
they get the one that explodes. You get the one that
yeah.
runs. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. So they're slated to come out at the end of this year. I'm not even hoping on thinking about getting one until probably mid 2018.
Yeah. Wait till it's kind of a known thing. It does look cool though. I will say that.
Looks awesome, yeah. And the price point is excellent. Eh? Like it's 35,000.
Yeah. Which makes it
that's yeah.
It's comparable to the Chevy Volt with a V and the Chevy Bolt with a B, both of which I'm also contemplating. So we'll see.
Yep.
I won't resolve to get an EV this year, but I sure would like to. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. The only thing is you then have to buy those peripherals too, but I guess it comes with the territory.
Yeah, you got to plug it in. It's fine.
Yeah.
Make it work. Awesome, man. Anything else? I think we've kind of ended 2016 in grand fashion, my insensitive discounting of the celebrity deaths notwithstanding, and then moved on to a hopeful view of 2017.
Yeah, I think you might even say it's a new hope.
Oh, I will say that. All right, I think then we can bring this episode, our first episode of 2017, our 240th episode of all time, to an end.
Nice.
And I will do so by reminding our listeners that they can check us out every week in 2017, except for those weeks that we skip, which we promise will be few, on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, Pocket Cast, really any other podcast listening software that carries us. We encourage you to check us out there. If there are any that we don't mention, or if you want one mentioned, let us know.
Yeah, write us in. We'll write into nerdstravaganza@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to try to get on that platform if we're not on it, and if we are on it, point you in the right direction. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, like our Nerdstravaganza Facebook page. We have a Facebook page and Nerdstravaganza HQ page. Check out our website, nerdstravaganza.com. Head on over to YouTube, type in Nerdstravaganza into the handy dandy search bar, and you will see all of our video content. And like I said, send us an email at nerdstravaganza@gmail.com and let us know what your new hope for 2017 is.
Yes, don't be a rogue. One way to avoid that would be to do the things Cam said. I was just trying to work that in, man.
That's all right. Help me, Obi-Wan.
All right, with all that said, Cam, I will toss it over to you to take us away and into 2017. I put my mask away, right?
Oh, no, that's not even a mask.
That was awesome. All right, let's see how it compares. Here goes the mask. Oh my God, my dog's right on my lap. He's probably going to freak.
Wow, that was a grumble.
He looked up at it, but he doesn't care. The dog is completely indifferent.
That's pretty good.
All right, let me.
We are out of here.